Folks, we got some news here. We're going to talk about it. Some injury news. I'm making a video here to talk about it. And it's not good news. It's bad news already. And we haven't even started training camp. We're going to get into the injuries. Let's get this thing started right now. Bear with me. I was sitting outside when I got this news on my cell phone. That's why I just have a normal shirt on. I was sitting outside enjoying the sun. But man, we got some bad injury news already. Levi Onwuzurike, he's out at least 4 games with an injury. 9 Lions placed on injury list. Oh my goodness. So here it is. So placed on the physically unable to perform the active PUF list, Taylor Decker, Miles Frazier, Alim McNeill, Mekhi Wingo, Malcolm Rodriguez, Khalil Dorsey. Placed on the non-football injury list, Josh Paschal, Stantley-Thomas-Oliver. Joshua Paschal, always injured. Placed on reserve PUP list, Levi Onwuzurike. Now, it's worth noting they placed on the active PUP or active NFI list are eligible to come off list at any point. Oftentimes, players are placed in these lists for precautions due to failing condition tests, or they're taken off within days and eligible to practice, thus the big list on the injury. However, placing the PUF means the player does not practice during training camp and ineligible to play the first 4 games of the season. That means that the Lions will be without Onwuzurike for the first month of the season. And that's a huge blow. Just like this is a massive blow. Levi Onwuzurike, folks, was supposed to help the Alim McNeill role because Alim McNeill is freaking injured. Now, I mean, we got Tyleik Williams. He's got to come in here. He's going to be with DJ Reader. And so having Levi gone is a big blow already to this defensive line, that his just inability to stay healthy. And this is worrisome already. And same with Joshua Paschal, because not for the fact that, it's probably nothing serious, right? But the guy was always injured, and on the injury list to start this out. But Levi Onwuzurike we don't know what the injury is. But we just signed him to a big contract. So something must have happened. Now, look, we can speculate all we want. It could be anything. But he does have that fusion in his spine. Now, from when I had my fusion, I'm not going to lie. I was, once you get back into that physical shape, you deal with pain, but or you deal with soreness, but not pain. So I'm starting to think maybe it's not that on here. I don't know unless something crazy happened, but usually when it comes to fusions, I don't know any out there, your guys' experiences, 'cause I'm sure I'm not the only one with fusions, but my fusion, they said, that's in my neck, I haven't had any problems since 2016 in regards to like pain or anything. I just I have the soreness and I can't go all the way back, right? And I can't do some things. So, but I haven't had severe pain where it's injured pain. So I don't know if that's potentially it, but Levi, make no mistake about it. This one hurts. This one hurts a little bit. And it's already starting. Already starting here. So we got some opening spots. Levi Onwuzurike plays the interior defensive line and the edge a little bit. So you can get Zadarius Smith right now. The Lions can do it. You got 3 roster spots open. Now you lost a guy who you did expect to have on that defensive line who does play edge too. You lose him. Now you may have to keep a Broderick Martin because of these injuries. You're getting thin on this defensive line already. And this is a position that we are always thin on. Coming into the season, we were thin on it last season, and it's already starting out thin. So this is bad news. It's not the end of the world. But he could miss more time than just 4 games, folks. This is just at least, we don't even know what the issue is. We got to figure it out. So look, Roy Lopez for sure is going to be a factor for the Lions. Week 1, you're going to have Roy Lopez out there. Man, Tyleek Williams, we got to depend on him. DJ Reader, we got to depend on him. Mekhi Wingo, this is an interesting player that we got to watch too. So he's he was injured last year. We need to kind of rely on him now. Like, he's got to step up a little bit. Year 2, help out the Lions on this defensive line. He's got to. It's just unbelievable, and we don't know with Stantley-Thomas-Oliver, okay, whatever. Khalil Dorsey, we know the injury. Malcolm Rodriguez, we know what that's from. It's from last year. Miles Frazier, we have no idea. In Taylor Decker, it could be. These guys, it may not be serious. We know these 3 here. It's gonna be maybe not Wingo, but we know Malcolm Rodriguez is gonna be a while, for sure. This is concerning, and this is extremely concerning. These 2 already. On a thin defensive line. This is scary. It's a scary thing that we have going on. Now, look, what's really good is at least this is happening now. So, Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell can look at some players out on the free agent market to get some help on the defensive line. They can. They can get some help. But I don't know if you're going to get anything that can replace Levi Onwuzurike at this moment. The only thing that can really come is Zadarius Smith. You got Matthew Judon on the market too, but he's not a guy that can do both. He's more just the outside guy, linebacker, pass rusher. Sam. He's not going to do the interior. Levi does both. So that's a big blow. And worrisome with injuries. Yes, the one thing that we got to watch for training camp that's starting in a couple days is injuries. That's what we got to watch for. This is a serious concern for this football team, is the consistency of injuries and why this occurs. It's been happening for so long, and it's happening already before on the defensive line. You just hate to see it. It's all defensive line. Wonder why, this is just such a crazy situation, and it's concerning. It's concerning. But the Lions have time to figure this out, folks. They got time to figure this out. Just want to keep you updated, folks. So give me your thoughts on the injuries. Here's just a quick video. Levi out for at least 4 weeks of the season. Adios.